It's almost Christmas. It's time to drink Captain Morgan. So, Captain Morgan, if you'd like to be a paid sponsor, we'll take all the free rum you can send us. Truth be told, I prefer Sailor Jerry. But anyway, it is time for a Feed Your Fiend. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of a Star Wars nerd. Kurt's kind of a Star Wars nerd. As a matter of fact, we are currently making his wife, Key Grip Jen with the busted lip. Maybe we should rename her like, Busted Lip Jen or something. I don't know. We did get a little bit of hate for that. Although, we weren't trying to, make fun of domestic violence. We were trying to make a lighthearted way to kind of call some attention to domestic violence and say how we think it sucks. And we just saw that opportunity and took it. And it really wasn't Kurt that punched her, for the record. Although nobody's really thought that. Most people just said I'm an asshole. But anyway, we're making her watch all the Star Wars movies because she hasn't seen them. So she's watched them in chronological order, not the way we all did it. We started with 4, 5, and 6, then saw, 1 which could have been good if you just edited out Jar Jar Binks, 2 and 3, and now we're on to 5, 6, and eventually 7, with the little extras in between. So I don't know if she likes it or if she just drinks to get through it, but we'll figure that out down the road. So we're going to do a prequel for you today, is why I brought up all the Star Wars. So today's Feed Your Fiend, if it goes well, is going to be a prequel for the next upcoming video as we start to continue our series about each individual snake and why each one's important. So let's grab our app. Without further ado, let's try to feed a snake. I'll give you a little more water while we're at this too, girl. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe we can hum some Star Wars music. Can you do Star Wars, Kurt? Come on, man. You know you can do some. Don't. That's Jaws. I was going to do Jaws. Alright, just picture in your head Star Wars music. The snake would be more of a Darth Vader, I guess. Well, not really. It's not dark enough. Maybe it's Princess Leia. It's kind of like one of my favorite girls. Come on. Make a mistake, little rat, because I am running out of things to fill the airspace with. I could make Kurt just start putting this to background music, so I don't have to, just talk. Oh, I guess I could tell you that I got to meet my newest great niece. Crazy as it is, one of the happiest things I've got right now is this picture of my 4-year-old, now 4-year-old, great niece holding my 12-hour-old great niece. It's, the cutest thing I think I've ever seen. And, it's, I'm really close to their mother as well, so it's an interesting relationship. It's not like that niece you see once every 2 years at Christmas or anything. They come visit. You've seen them in videos, and I tried to be a nice uncle. I was like, you know what? I'll take the 4-year-old and I'll take her out to dinner or take her somewhere so you and her husband can have some time with a new baby without the 4-year-old in the hospital room too. And they could have the steak dinner the hospital provided, which definitely wasn't from Texas Roadhouse. So I take this 4-year-old and I say, where do you want to go? We can go anywhere you want to eat. And like a true champ, and this is why I love 4-year-olds, they're cheap dates. She went, Old McDonald's. Not McDonald's, they had to go to Old McDonald's. So I took her to McDonald's. And the cool thing is when you're the uncle, you don't really have to abide by any rules. You can do whatever the hell you want. So most of her dinner consisted of cookies and ice cream and a few chicken nuggets. But we did learn one good lesson as we fed a homeless guy, to try to instill that, help the less fortunate every now and then. After I confirmed with McDonald's that he doesn't come in there and make a jackass drunk method of himself, and we didn't give him money, we gave him food, because it's just one of those things. I don't tend to give homeless people money, but I will give them stuff they need. Just because it is addiction based, I don't want to feed the addiction. I don't mind feeding a belly. So we did that, and then we met some reformed biker who sat beside us and told us how he met Jesus Christ in 1978 and is now a changed man, but he used to pull people over the middle of intersections and beat them. So if you ever want an interesting thing, just go to McDonald's in Miami, Oklahoma, and the people you'll meet. But it was a good trip. And I couldn't think of a better person to eat dinner with than my little 4-year-old niece Aurora, who it was 3 at the time, but her birthday was the 13th. So I think now she's 4. And now that I've had this heartwarming story and I filled all this time, that damn snake ain't gonna eat on camera. We're gonna leave that one in the video though, just because I told a cool story. We'll probably eat off camera, and I wanted to do prequel, so this is gonna be a long Feed Your Fiend. Kurt, who's the next one, Kurt? You know what? I know what's been killing shit. Let's get you something that's a really good aggressive feed with the big rodent. We're going to do our black pastel. All right, get ready, because this ain't going to take long. Boom. There it was. And now I got to watch that, because that head pops free from the coil. Then it'll be able to bite. So we want to catch that and just not let it bite. So there we go. I'm going to let it bite, just not let it bite the snake. So like I say, though, that happened quick. And she didn't even get a good bite. But this is a snake right now that when I see him eating like this at this point in the year, I feel really good about it because I know they're going to produce. Oh, we're not dead yet? Okay. Hurry up. I mean, she's just pounding food as she's breeding. So I'm really excited because, of course, this is the Super Black Pastel Banana Project. And there our girl got it taken care of. Boom goes the dynamite. That's why these are so hard, because a lot of these snakes are kind of shy and like to feed in the dark because I spoil them and let them do so. And they don't always feed on the camera well. But this is a point I want to make. There's a lot of research that's been out and a lot of people quoting one study I've quoted myself that says that these things die from massive heart failure. And that is true most of the time. But in this situation, by the way that thing's acting, I don't think this is a massive heart failure death. But when they get a good coil and they hit it right, you're going to get that massive heart attack. When they don't, you're going to get this longer gasping death. Just kind of sucks. But it is what it is. What we're looking for, good hard hit, good hard coil, heartbeat to backflow, and death to occur very, very quickly. Happens most of the time, but not every time. So, are we like Mike Tyson versus Buster Douglas? Okay, I think all the fight is out of that. We're going to try to close her up. This is the other problem. You get big girls. Tub doesn't close. Like I say, they're so... Oh, well, never mind. Okay. There we go. She let me close it because it died right there. All right, guys, this has been another episode of Feed Your Fiend. You can expect one next Saturday as well. And eventually, one day, probably 2022, the way construction goes, our zoo will be open, and we'll film some feeds at our other animals besides just ball pythons. And when we get the new gator cage built, which Kurt's going to help me with, but first we've got to finish the room so I can paint it purple, start moving these cages over. We got two of those builds to do, boom, boom, and then we'll start doing some more Sobek as well. And I can't wait to film some stuff over there. Kurt, anything you want to add before we get off here on this episode of Feed Your Fiend?
Nope.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. And let me know in the comments section, are you a Star Wars fan or is that just for us nerds? So tell me if you like Star Wars or not, and give me your favorite character. And I'm going to tell you now, if anybody writes Jar Jar, I will probably just... I'll still try to think highly of you. Alright guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next week.